Hola amigos, ¿cómo están? Me llamo Supriya, estoy enseñando español. Vamos a discutir algunos de los otros verbos como gustar. That means we are going to discuss some of the other verbs like gustar. We have already discussed the verb gustar, how we are going to use the verb gustar in Spanish language. And gustar means to like. Situation of gustar verb will be decided by the number of object. If it is singular number, object is of singular number, third person singular number, so then we'll use third person singular number conjugation of gustar. And if object is in plural number, then we'll use third person plural number conjugation of gustar, that is gustan. So we use gustar if object is third person singular number. We use gustan if object is third person like plural number. So that way we'll use some of the Spanish verbs. So we are going to discuss that. And one more important thing, like if there is a verb, another verb after gustar, then we'll use always third person singular number conjugation of gustar. So these rules will apply to these verbs when we will use these verbs. So first verb is encantar. Encantar means to love or to like something very much. Like gustar means to like, when you like something, like just like. But when you like something a lot, like or you almost love doing that, or you almost love that thing, then you'll use encantar. Next verb is fascinar. Fascinar means to fascinate. Interesar. Interesar is to be interesting. Molestar. Molestar means to bother. So molestar means to bother. Don't confuse it with other English word. Preocupar. Preocupar means to worry. And importar. Importar means to be important, to care. So this is very important verb, like we use it a lot. Faltar. Faltar means to lack something. And permitir. Permitir means to permit. And doler. Doler is another important verb, that means to hurt. So doler is verb, and like dolor. Dolor is noun. That also means hurt or pain, but that is noun. So don't confuse it with dolor. Doler. Doler is verb. So doler is also supposed to be used like gustar verb. Some example. First example is I love to dance, or I like to dance very much. So I like a lot to dance, like. So I love to dance. So encantar, and to dance is verb. So there is another verb after encantar. So what have I told you? Like if there is other verb after gustar, then you'll use third person singular number conjugation. So encantar, encantar, third person singular number conjugation would be encanta, encanta. And third person plural number conjugation would be encantan. So you should be knowing this. So encantar, I love to dance. So I hope you guys remember this, that with gustar verb we are supposed to use direct object pronoun. Me, te, le, nos, os, les. So for I, yo, direct object pronoun is, indirect object pronoun. Indirect object pronoun is me. May. For you it's may. May love to dance. I love to. May, and then third person singular number conjugation of encantar, encanta. Me encanta. Me encanta. To dance is bailar. Me encanta bailar. So that's it. Next sentence is I am not lacking fruit. I am not lacking fruit. That means I have enough fruit. So I can say I am not lacking fruit. So when something is lacking, we are supposed to use faltar. Faltar. So faltar, I am not lacking fruits. So what have I told you guys? In negative sentence, no will be placed before indirect object pronoun. Okay. So subject is again I. So for I, it would be may, but it is negative sentence. So we'll start like no. No may, and faltar third person singular number conjugation because it's singular number fruit. So fruit is singular third person singular number. So third person singular number conjugation of faltar would be falta. No me falta. No me falta. Fruit is feminine gender fruta. So feminine gender article la, singular number article la, fruta. No me falta la fruta. Or if this, suppose this sentence would be I am not lacking fruits, then you would have made it like no may, and I am saying fruits now. It's third person plural number. So for plural number, we are supposed to use the object is fruit and it's plural number. So we will be using third person plural number conjugation of faltar, just like Gustar. So third person plural number conjugation of faltar is faltan. Then the sentence would have been no me faltan las frutas. No me faltan las frutas. So it's clear now, I guess. Next sentence is I have a headache. Like you can also say I have a headache, or like my head hurts. You'll say it similarly. So that would be I, for I again may. If the sentence would have been you have a headache, it would have been te. For you it would be te. Indirect object pronoun would be te for you. For I it's may. So may. Now for hurt we are supposed to be using the verb doler. So doler is the regular verb. So third person singular number conjugation of doler would be duele. Duele. Me duele. Me duele. And I have pain in my head. It is like that. Me duele la cabeza. Cabeza means head and it's feminine gender. So la. Me duele la cabeza. That means my head hurts. I have a headache. Or suppose the sentence would be my legs are hurting. Like I have pain in my legs. I have pain in my legs. Then it would have been object. Object is legs and it is plural number. So then we would have used third person plural number conjugation of doler. So if I would have said my legs, I have pain in my legs, then the sentence would have been me duelen. Me duelen. Third person plural number conjugation of doler. Me duelen las piernas. Me duelen las piernas. Suppose I want to say you have pain in your legs. Then it would have been te duelen las piernas. So as per the subject, you are going to be using the indirect object pronoun. And as per the object's number, singular and plural, you are supposed to use the conjugation of the verb of that very sentence. Next sentence is, I am bothered by the condition of women in the village. So bothered, for bother, molestar. So it's again I. So we'll be using may. I am bothered by the condition. Though this is singular, so we'll be using third person singular number conjugation. So it would be me molesta. Me molesta la condición de las mujeres en el pueblo. Me molesta la condición de las mujeres en el pueblo. Pueblo is village, women is mujeres, las is feminine gender article, and condición is condition. It is very simple. And when you have sion in a word, it would be feminine gender. So la is feminine gender article. So these are some examples. And suppose the verb kedar. Kedar means to stay, but when we'll use it as Gustar, then the sentence would be something like, we have left 2 weeks in the school. 2 more weeks in the school. Then you would say nos queden, third person plural number conjugation, because it's plural number. 2 semanas, 2 weeks, en la escuela, in the school. Nos queden 2 semanas en la escuela. So next verb is costar. Costar means to cost when we use it as normal verb, but when we'll use it as gustar, then the sentence would be something like, suppose I want to say, it is very difficult for me to understand this task. Then I would say, may. Costar is again irregular verb. So third person singular number conjugation would be cuesta. Cuesta. So me cuesta mucho. It is very difficult for me to understand. Me cuesta mucho entender esta tarea. Me cuesta mucho entender esta tarea. It is very difficult for me to understand this verb. So cuesta is third person singular number conjugation, and entender, to understand, is another verb after costar. So that's it. Like now you have to practice these making sentences from these verbs, and that's it for today, guys. Adios, hasta domingo.